Hi everyone, and welcome to another Vlogmas episode. I hope that the holiday season is treating you well, and thank you so much for tuning in again today. We're really into the Christmas season. My family and myself, we celebrate Christmas, and so that's mostly what this vlog is going to be about today. Things that we do and the way that we decorate and things like that. It's pretty basic. It's very simple, very simple. I decided to super simplify things in my life a few years ago, and that just goes over or trickles down even into the Christmas decorating. So yeah, I'm going to show you my tree and a few other things. But first, let me show you some of the knitting projects I've been working on. Today is Saturday the 16th, and the exciting activity for today is I'm going to a birthday party for my friend's baby, and I'm excited about that. I haven't actually seen Meredith since she had the baby, and she was actually pregnant for a while, and I didn't see her. So I have not seen Meredith in a long time, like a year and a half. So this will be great. Meredith has modeled for me, and I'll insert some of those pictures now so that you can see her. She's wonderful to work with, and I'm going to ride over with another friend and her two daughters, and they also model and have modeled for me. And so it's just part of my community. A lot of people at this party are going to be other models, makeup artists, probably a photographer or two. I wouldn't be surprised. So, you know, it's like any other community. We're all sort of, you know, we hang together. So anyway, I don't know if I'm going to bring you along in the party, but I'm going to show you what I made for the baby's birthday. Of course, I knitted a hat. Are you surprised? This is like a totally new design. It's a yarn that I haven't worked with. I'm really happy with it. I have swatched it, but I haven't actually done it in a project. It's Knit Picks Mighty Stitch Bulky. I really like it. This feels amazing. I jotted down my notes, and you can be assured that I'm going to definitely make one of these for myself, because it's really nice. And I put my little branding or tag or whatever. I put my little tag in here. I don't knit on Etsy anymore, but I don't know, this came together so quickly it makes me think maybe I might do some finished listings. I don't know. Anyway, that's for Elizabeth. And then I also got her a Christmas ornament, and I just thought that was so cute. I actually had one of these when I was a girl, so I just liked that vintage connection. So yeah, that's what I got. So I know you've seen this baby hat, and I went back and rechecked my gauge, and it's just too small. It is like a preemie hat, so this might fit on a doll. So started another one where I think the gauges are right, but I don't like my crown decreases quite as much, and I didn't get enough color. So I'm going to go off of this cast on and sizing, and knit another one and take it a little easier on the crown decreasing, and give myself a little more color at the top. When you're knitting to design a pattern, you make several things before you actually get one that works. It's not like a one and done. Although I will say the hat for Elizabeth knitted right up. I didn't have any problems with that one, but I don't know, when I'm in this little, what I call tiny yarn, it's a whole other matter for getting things to come together. So anyway, but it's coming, one more iteration, and I think I'm going to have this pattern ready to go. And I need to get on it because that baby is due this week, and I am knitting for a friend who is expecting, and her baby is due, I believe, on the 22nd. So I gotta get cracking. And I also am doing this is a totally new kind of a hat for me to make. I've never done a pixie hat, and I love it. Oh my gosh, I just enjoyed this so much. So yeah, this is my cast on edge, and then I picked up the stitches and put this ribbing on, and then there's my seam on the back. Isn't that a gorgeous seam? I used my 3 needle bind off method, and I'll link over to that tutorial if you haven't seen it. If you're doing any kind of seaming, I really highly recommend using the crochet hook. It works so well. But anyway, I gotta finish this. I want to do something at the bottom because I mean, I want this to be cute, but I also want it to be usable. So I'm gonna do a little something down here that the mom can tie so that it will stay on the baby's head. But yeah, I'm psyched about this. This one I held the yarn double, and for me this was much easier to knit than the other, just holding it single. You can see the difference in the stitches. So I might actually do this one using this method because it knits a lot faster, and it's, for me, was a lot easier to handle than this little tiny yarn. I like chunky knits, what can I say? And then lastly, I mean, the little baby mittens, and this is also for the newborn, and I don't know what size is going to be best, so I've got a couple of sizes here, so I figure we'll just try them at the photo shoot and see what works better, and then I'll know how to properly size them when I write the pattern. It's, you know, I've never knitted for babies, so this is a new thing, but I think it's going to be really cute when I get the whole set together. And this is all knit on the Paint Box Yarns DK that loveknitting.com sent me. I love that one. So yeah, that's what I'm working on. I'm working on what I want to do is have it as a pattern set, so that you'll get the beanie with the palm, the pixie hat, and the baby mittens, and that'll all be in one set. So you can buy, you know, 2 or 3 colors of yarn and make all of these projects. I feel like I should talk about the knitting that I'm wearing in today's video, because I don't often wear my own knitting projects in the videos because frankly it's just been too warm, but today I'm wearing a shawl, and I started with a pattern and then I just kept knitting, as I am often guilty of doing. So, you know, when does it become a new pattern and when is it somebody else's pattern? I haven't figured that out yet. But anyway, this is a nice triangular shawl. This shawl is knit from the bottom up, so it was a super long cast on, like 400 and something stitches as I recall. So it was a pretty massive cast on, but you then decrease every right side row, so it very quickly shrinks down to a more workable knitted edge. And I used, this is Juniper Moon Farms, which is an alpaca, and this is Silk Garden from Noro, which I really like. You don't hear people talking too much about Noro anymore, but ooh, the self-striping in the Noro is fabulous. I really, really like that yarn. And I just love this shawl. It's like wearing a big blanket. I like having a big triangular piece in the front because it keeps my neck and my chest warm, and I think that's the name of the game in winter. So, okay, let's go take a look at my Christmassy stuff, shall we? This is a little tabletop tree that I did, and I put fairy lights on it, and then I bought little mini garland and star to go on top, and we just have this right in our living room with us. It's so cute. This is just like a little burlap wrapped tree that I got at Michael's last year. This picture is of my dad, and it was taken back in the Second World War. He's in Greece. You can see he's standing on an old column, and this one is my dad. And I have no idea who the other two guys are, but they really look like trouble. This photo I scanned and then printed out and gave it to everybody when you're framed as a Christmas gift. And we keep it out in the living room with us all the time. And you've seen my Christmas tree. I've shared that in the opening for the Vlogmas, but I thought I would just do a little more of a deep dive on some of the ornaments, talk about them. That's Princess Leia, and I love Carrie Fisher, and so she is our angel at the top of the tree. I saw the original Star Wars when it came out, and I have literally been a lifelong fan of Carrie Fisher, so I'm really excited to see the new movie and get to see her one more time on film. This little kitty cat stocking is the first ornament that I bought myself. I was like, I don't know, maybe 16, and I started collecting stuff from my house when I was young, and this is something that's been with me since then, so I've had those kittens a really long time. It's like a really fun version of Batgirl. I have a lot of Barbie ornaments. I really like Barbie. I just got this one literally yesterday. It's Doug from Up, and he's so cute. He talks. So cute. Oh, I love Doug. And then I've got a bunch of these little glass ornaments. I like minis. I'm really into mini stuff. And I have tons of those little mini ornaments on the tree, which is good because it's a mini tree. I got rid of having a big full tree years ago. It's just too much for us, so I just put the small one up. And there's Glinda. Isn't she beautiful? There's Elphaba, and I never really liked her until I saw the show Wicked, and now I love her so much. And this is a neat ornament for us. We just got him this year. Thought it was a fun addition since we live at the beach. Another Glinda and a little dancing fairy. I have a genie ornament. I love Genie. I just grew up on her and thought she was amazing. I wish I had a Bewitched ornament, but they don't seem to have that one. Another Barbie. This is a cedar waxwing bird. I just got that literally yesterday with the dog. And then I've got these really pretty little they're glass ornaments. I like glass, so I'm going to go ahead and put them on the tree now. These are super special for me. I bought these in Cape May, gosh, almost 30 years ago, and they're hand spun glass. Hearts. I like hearts. Isn't that beautiful? So all that's going on the tree.
Oh, Christmas tree, thy leaves are so unchanging. Oh, Christmas tree, such pleasure do you bring me. Oh, Christmas tree, such pleasure do you bring me. For every year this Christmas tree brings to us such joy and glee. Oh, Christmas tree, such pleasure do you bring
This little dish I'm using to hold the ornament hangers, you might recognize from my beach vlog. This is one of the vintage dishes that I bought from Bluebird's Garage. And in fact, the little baby hats that I'm knitting that I showed you earlier, Mary is the woman that has that business, so it's her baby that I'm knitting for. So it's kind of cool, huh? And what's Christmas without a Christmas gift or two? This, I think you know exactly where that came from. I picked this up for myself, and I used a gift card that was sent to me by Lee Bernstein, who I did some pictures for. So I do some photography for other knitwear designers, and a lot of times they'll send me really fun gift cards and things like that. And Lee sent me this Starbucks card, so I'm going to show you what I got. Oh, pretty. Look. Isn't that lovely? Oh, I can't wait to have this. The red is what drew me in. It was so pretty. Then, look at this. Oh, isn't that pretty? Like any good podcaster and knitter, you can never have too many pretty mugs. And as I told you before, I love anything with a heart on it. If it's got a heart, I'm in. I just love it. And it's on that side. So, yeah, it's like sparkly. I love it. It's kind of old-fashioned looking. So there it is. That's my little Christmas gift to myself from my lovely friend Lee. Thank you, Lee. This little bag is actually fur from our black cat that we lost in 2016. His name was Weensy Baby because he was a baby, but he was a giant, so it was just kind of funny. But anyway, this is his fur, and I'm going to rest that in the Christmas tree. So it's like he's here with us, and he can sit up there with the other kittens. So I think that's going to be my finished Christmas tree for this year. If I can get into some of our other stuff, there's another batch of old decorations and things that I need to dig out, but we'll do that on a different day. Maybe tomorrow we'll go through the super vintage stuff and see what we can find in there. But yeah, there's the tree. What do you guys think?
Oh, Christmas tree, you'll ever be unchanging, a symbol of goodwill and love. You'll ever
Earlier this month, I, for the first time, decided to force some bulbs. We learned about how to do it in my Master Gardener classes. So I was like, I'm going to do it. I've always wanted to do it. This is the year. And I'm happy to show you what's going on. All right. Can you even believe this? I mean, look at this. She's like 2 feet tall. Isn't that amazing? Look at that. And when this started, it was literally just the bulb. And I want you to see the roots. Look at that. And see how the bulb just is resting in the rocks, and then the roots grow the way they're going to grow, and you just have to keep water down there. What you don't want is you don't want the water on the bulb. But isn't that amazing? And you can see there's the flowers. It reminds me of a butterfly cocoon. They look very, very similar. And then here's the one that I did in the square container. It's not quite as big. Here's the ones in the tray. Oh my goodness, aren't they beautiful? And I had concerns about doing them in something so shallow, because this is literally just what you would normally use as a drainage dish under your houseplants, and it's done beautifully. So yeah, don't be afraid to use something really super shallow. Those roots find their way and the bulbs will balance out. So yeah, I'm gonna do them again and not be so afraid of a shallow dish. You do have to really watch the water level in these, because it will, both the plant takes the water up and it also evaporates quickly. So yeah, but oh, isn't that pretty? And then this is the amaryllis, and it's got another baby coming. Look at that. It's hard to see with that backlight, but yeah. So they're coming along, and I expect to have blooms open on Christmas morning. So I'm super jazzed about that. I'll show you the rest of the stuff here in the kitchen. Let me just say, the kitchen needs a major reorganize and overhaul, but we're not doing that today. We're just going to look at what it is for now. So this is a poinsettia that we've had a couple years. It just keeps hanging on, so we let it go. This is one of the golden pothos plants, and it's doing beautifully. I'm so happy with that. Oh, my favorite oranges, these little clementines with the leaves. I can only get these at Whole Food, and I get so excited when they're in. And this is a spider plant, and I bought this one at the plant sale this year, the fall plant sale with Master Gardeners. So it's doing really nice. But yeah, so that's my little view when I come in the kitchen. And there's my cookbooks and some garlic, and there's the recycling, and we won't go through anything else. Let's just go back to the really beautiful paperweights that are coming in. This is super easy, and you totally can do this yourself. I did a video on how I set everything up, and I'll link over to that. I highly recommend it, and even if you don't have them in time for Christmas, you could totally have them for the new year, and why not? Okay, so the Christmas cookies have been delicious. So delicious that I gotta make more. This is like this is the last star. So we've eaten all the small ones. All the hearts and the dog bones and all that are gone. All that's left now are the big ones, which is good and bad, right? They're so good. This recipe is awesome, and I'm gonna make another batch. When I made the batch that I have here, I did a double batch, so I think that contributed to things being a little overwhelming. I'm gonna just do a single batch this time, and I feel better prepared for it, so that's coming this week. I'm really jazzed about it. I'll show you what I have left. The Christmas trees are still around, and the kitty cats. We just haven't been able to eat them because they're so pretty. And there's the flamingos, and the little fawns are on the bottom. Oh God, they're so pretty. I have trouble even eating them, but that's just gotta stop. Thank you so much for watching. That's the vlog for today, and Merry Christmas to you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
It makes the snow come alive with a light, like a spotlight on the glistening winter floor. And I'm thinking of you and how I'm just nearby. I know what I gotta do. I must give it a try. So won't you come up with me tonight on a Christmas stroll through a wintry